welcome to this YouTube channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining and kindly consider subscribing. My name is Dora Munyiva. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos, and I really don't take that for granted. Welcome back. So guys, I remember when I started this YouTube channel, I was very focused, but right now, of late, I don't know what has really happened, but I'm really struggling with my camera. It's not clear, like clear vile nataka. So I think that demotivates me from shooting, but very soon we are getting a high quality camera. Okay, I'm manifesting. Today's video is there is this place I have always admired to visit. The place is called Giraffe Center. I think it's located in Langata. I don't know about the entrance fee, but I did some research and found out that for adults it's 400 Kenyan shillings, for children is 200 Kenyan shillings. That is if you are not a foreigner. If you're a foreigner, I think 1500 maybe for adults, and for kids 750, something like that. I'm not really sure about it, so I am gonna update you once I get there, and also some of the activities that take place there. So guys, what really happens there? I think mainly there are giraffes that people visit and feed them. So I want to have this experience. I want to see them and also feed them. I can't wait to get there. So guys, for now, I want to prepare, take shower, then dress up, leave. I'm gonna take a mat to town, then again from town to Giraffe Center, think Langata. Stay tuned, okay? See you. See you there.
I got this passion, and it's burning deep inside of me. And this time, no, not gonna settle for anything less. Craving a life that I've never known. And now is the time to find the love that I've always been looking for. I guess I'm just soul searching. No, not looking for no part-time thing. I guess I'm just soul searching. No, not looking for no part-time thing.
So guys, a friend joined me, and I was correct about the entrance fee charges that I already paid. So this guy over here is trying to explain, or rather demonstrate, on how to feed the giraffes, because you can't feed them anyhowly. Read this paper over here, or rather, it's a warning on how to feed them. They are on diet.
Karibuni.
Asante. Ati, how do you feed them?
You hold it between your index finger and the thumb, then you feed one at a time to the giraffe.
Okay.
Hello. Hello. Welcome to Giraffe.
Welcome to Giraffe Center. Wow. Okay. I think today, being on a Sunday, it's just the best. The perfect day to visit this place, because it's a weekend. A lot of people are here. What would you do on a weekend if not coming here? Call me Dora the Explorer. Huh? And actually, this is what I'm going to feed the giraffes. Nitapia hapa kwa screen. Ifocus.
Welcome to Dora's YouTube channel.
What do we call you?
In case you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do.
How do we call you?
Dora's fun.
Sorry, I'll get in mine. You want to go?
Salma is very aggressive. So when you're feeding, you need to keep distance to avoid headbutts. She's so stubborn. Yes, she's naughty.
Naughty. Bueno,
The tongue is a bit rough.
Hola.
And when
So, guys, imagine this is the only clip that my friend managed to film me. Like, akuna clip yenye inakapoa yenye okay ina feed giraffes. But anyway, it was nice. I had the experience personally. I enjoyed it, and I was so surprised that my friend wasn't like she wasn't scared of the giraffes like I thought. Hmm? This is the Langata Nature Education Center. We got in here and we were able to learn a couple of things about the history of this giraffe center and the whole idea of the giraffe, like who came up with the idea and why. Oh, eh. Before learning about the history of this giraffe center and any facts to do with the giraffes, we came over here to do this activity here. Okay, apart from feeding the giraffes, this is the other activity you can do at giraffe center. Like these are body parts of a giraffe. You're supposed to join them or fix them to come up with a giraffe. Eh. Exactly.
Yes. So is this
Oh, this is the tail. Look.
Oh yeah.
just see if it will fit.
I guess some of that.
Yeah, yeah. Then you proceed. Now you're done. No, the others.
Hey, finally.
It's right.
The famous couples over there, they were Jock and Betty. These two couples were British Kenyan citizens. They just obtained Kenyan citizenship. So in those days, they used to work in the Ministry of Tourism in Kenya, but they used to live up there. You'll see an house over there, which is now in reserve. It's commonly known as the Giraffe Man. That used to be their home. Now, having been working with the Kenya tourism in those days, there was only one part in Kenya which you could see the Rothschild Giraffe. It was only found in one part in Kenya. The western part, a place known as Soya. So, having only that one part, it was owned by a who was taking care of that land, where the Rothschild Giraffe could find them. His contract was over with Kenya, so he was to go back to United States of America. So what happened? It was the first president, who is our former late Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. he was still in power. So what he did, he wrote a notice and gazetted that that land should be given back to the community. Having been taken care of by the Americans, now after he went, it was to be taken over now, the local people to take that land. So every other person was like, now let's go and find if we will be in a position to have land. So that greedy of land, now they were all over displacing these animals. And they transformed the land now for farming instead of taking care of what they farmed. So they started to kill the Rotswati. The other who were not killed were now migrating to Uganda. And it was the same era of the famous non-dictator Idi Amin. So Idi Amin would not have any passion to the animals. What he did, he needed more soldiers to continue conquering Uganda. So he could instruct his soldiers, go to the village, take the strong men who have the capability of fighting, bring them here, give them guns, and they will go to the Murchison Park in the national parks. They should train using the giraffes because it's a tall animal. Then them train shooting using those animals. So they were also killing the animals. So you see now the number was reducing until it was 130, the entire country. That's when now Jock and Betty, they were like, wow, this is so serious. If we continue just observing what is happening, we're gonna lack the entire family, the entire species of the Roger giraffe. So what they did is they went all the way to Soy Ranch. You see there's a small farm. They took only 2 giraffes from there, the Daisy and Marlon. You see them from this point. This is the Daisy and Marlon, 2 of them. They brought them all the way. The small van is there to their home there at the famous giraffe man. They had only this small piece of land which is 25 like land. So now having only 2, they were like, we cannot keep 2 and say we are trying to increase the number. What we need to do, let's write a letter to the government so that it can give us permission to have more in our place. So the government declined the request and told them you cannot have more. Why? It's because one giraffe is entitled to occupy 10 acres of land. And they had only 20 and already they have 2. So the maximum we can have is 2. That is when Betty had that idea of going back to USA and started the AFU USA, Africa Fund for Endangered Wildlife, United States of America. The aim of this was to contribute and get more funds, which she came back and bought the sanctuary. However, when you cross road, you see a sanctuary which is 100 acres of land. She bought that piece of land, and now they could be allowed to have more giraffes. They added now 6. They had 8. The remaining amount, they say, the remaining giraffes at Soy Ranch. Let's not just leave them for these guys to continue eating them, killing them for their tail, their skin, as well as their meat. So they transport them back again to Lake Nakuru National. The remaining number of the giraffes was taken to Lake Nakuru National Park. So now they had the idea of let's make this a conserved area for breeding the giraffes, as well as Lake Nakuru National Park. Let this giraffe start breeding there. Now, the other question after doing this was, we are doing this as 2 of us, and maybe some couple of friends from their home, that is from the British area. But the guys who are outside here, we are trying to release the giraffes back to. Are they aware that this species is endangered? Will they take care of it? So that was their big question. That is when Jock now came up with the idea of we just not need to have this species taking it back, but people are not aware. Let's start a program which will create awareness and make every other person know that we need to conserve this species of giraffes. That is when they came up with this small structure. You see, it is the same place we are seated around the way it is appearing. It was this one. It was called Langata Nature Education Center. It was just for education center. What could happen? In the year 1983, they started to admit the schools here. Once you are a student, you come over, there is no charge for entrance. It is a free entry. Anything to do with education, any other thing to do with what you have been learning in this place, it's free. What we need from students is just availability. You confirm you are available, you come, we host you, we educate you, and we just tell you more about conservation. Leave alone only with animals, but it's well with sustainability, the SDGs. You understand? So that's the program Joke brought it, so that once we release a giraffe, it's going back, you'll find people who already know how it's important so that they can post it. Right. Now, other question was like, we already taught them. we've already rescued the giraffe. Now, what is it going to take back when it's going there outside? So again, they had to come with another project of now starting to plant trees. When you go there down, maybe if you have time, I can take you there. You find a lot of different species of trees we plant. What do we do with these trees? Despite just selling for any individual who needs them, we also donate these trees to children, schools, children. When they come here, students, they learn, they get to know about this thing. We give them the trees, they go back to school to plant. We're giving them the trees for that. Once they plant these trees over outside, where we are releasing the giraffe to, it will find someone who is much aware of its importance, and as well there is food for it. So it is a 3-in-1 program which is helping us to breed this Rothschild giraffe. Now, at the end of the year, we have a general competition which we do. It is basically made to motivate more students. We don't just focus on specific level of students. We start from kindergarten students. As long as you are 12 years and above, we consider you to be part of the team, because a 12-year student is in a position to understand exactly the importance of conservation. Up to tertiary institution, we don't have any limit. Even people who are doing their masters, maybe their PhD. As long as you are willing and you have that passion in you, you come here, you are trained as well as a teacher, leave alone as a student. We tend to train them. At the end of the day, we rank 2 best students, a lady, a girl and a boy, as Mr. and Miss Environment, and we give them some token to take back to school. Now the question is, what really facilitates all this? Because we are just a small organization. You may ask yourself, every other day we are sponsoring 10 schools. Where we get this from? If you look around, you see some arts all around, even on the other side. We have arts. These arts are drawn by these children to get to educate. Once they bring them back here, we exchange just each art at $20. This money, we use it to sponsor as many schools as possible. And that is to do with the history and the programs we are doing here. Now I'll give you just brief facts about the giraffes you've seen there.
I've been there, but I have to stay afloat. It's not easy. Be a person you don't want. Can somebody take me of the thing going to do? Where is the life
It is not spotted. That's why also we tend to call it the white stocking giraffe. You can look, it's here outside. So this, you differentiate it using the piece. It is a white stocking giraffe. Now you can see the difference. Leave alone the patches. Now this is what we keep, and this is the only rare species of giraffe we have in Kenya. That's why it is endangered, and that's why we are trying to increase the number. We have this one here, sorry, the Maasai giraffe. This is the most dominant giraffe in Kenya. You'll find it in many national parks, including our closest national park, which is Nairobi National Park. You get to see this. How do you know this? And it's not this, and it is not this. First of all, these two are the only giraffes who are adopting the African culture of wearing a dress. Look in and look, they are spotted from their head to their knee. But this one is more civilized. He's wearing a miniskirt. Spotted. You can see. So this one, it's easy to identify. Now, how do you differentiate these two? You look at the size of the patches. Reticulated means netted. When something is reticular, it is netted. You can look at the way patches are big, they look like a net.
Right.
It's looking like someone has put it on a net.
Right.
And as well, it is chocolate-like in color with no any other mark in the patches. You can see that and confirm. Unlike this one has an irregular pattern which has patches which look like leaves of a tree. You can look and confirm. They look like leaves of a tree. You can see. So having said that, Mulei, the guy speaking, I rank the reticulated to be the most beautiful giraffe because it looks like someone was sitting somewhere trying to paint with a chocolate color. You see that? Now you're in a position to differentiate between them. Some facts to do with giraffes. Gestation period of a giraffe is average 15 months. When I say 15 months average, I mean giraffes is the only animal which has the capability of making a decision when to give birth after 15 months. Why do they do this? Once it's 15 months, there is no food, there is nothing for the baby. They tend to hold the pregnancy. They tell their son, their daughter, you need to hold on until we find something for you. Maybe food is coming, maybe rain is coming. So it will extend until there is rain. But now the maximum extension period of the pregnancy is 3 months. So after 18 months, regardless of the condition of the environment, it will definitely give birth. But once it's 15 months pregnant and there is every other thing, there is food, everything is okay, the giraffe will give life. Their lifespan in captivity is average 26 to 30 years old, unlike in the wild where it is short, 24 to 26 years old. We find they tend to live long in captivity, unlike in the wild, because in the wild there is a lot of pressure. Another thing you should know about them is they are the only animals whose female they don't go on gestation, they don't go on menopause. They give birth until they die. As long as it's strong enough to carry that pregnancy, to give birth until it dies. They don't go on menopause. Sleeping time for a giraffe, that is its resting moment. It will never rest after 4 and before 11. They only rest when it's too hot during the day. And they only sleep a minimum of 5 minutes and a maximum of 30 minutes in a 24-hour day. That's done with them. Once they go under a shade, they stand there, they chew the cud, it's done. That is how they sleep. Only the young ones will find them, they are down, but their neck is high up, trying to look on things around you. So they rarely sleep. Another thing you should know about the giraffes, when you go there, when you're feeding them.
So when it's not hot, weather is not hot, then they just keep away.
Of course, the reason is this. When it's hot, completely hot, you'll bear me witness. The prey, the predators, they don't hunt as well. They are somewhere trying to wait for the sun to be cold, for them to go hunting. So they are much aware. When it's hot, even the predator is sleeping. So let us sleep. Once they wake up when it's cold as well, let us also. So they are very, very technical in terms of security. And that's why you will see them, they are ever crying. They are ever on tears. Even you go outside here, look at the giraffe's eyes. They are ever on tears. Why are they on tears? It's because they give one blink after 25 minutes. They are ever alert. Their eyes like this. So it's just one after 25 minutes. So it's shedding tears to keep the eye moist, to avoid it from going dry. You get it? Another thing you should know, giraffes have the minimal enemies in the world. Only the big cat, lion, and spotted hyena. They have no other enemies. But you should know, these enemies only deal with the small giraffes, the young giraffes, the young giraffes, the sick giraffes, and the old giraffes. Why? Because they are very much aware an adult giraffe, it's not of any job. One kick of a giraffe, it's worth giving a lion a passport to. It's a very powerful kick. If you look at the femur of a giraffe, that is the part which is making the lower arm of the leg. It's made up of a solid bone, which has got no bone marrow. So it is pure solid bone. That's why it's so strong. And the average weight of a giraffe is 2 tons. But when it's been born at the first day, it weighs an average weight of 60 kilograms, 2 meters high. They give birth when they are standing. Just release the baby to have that shock when it's dropping down, like the way we packed with the young born animal. Another thing you should know when you're feeding the giraffes, I guess you saw some other animals who are sweltering around. The warthogs. They are 2 friends. They depend on each other. How do they depend on each other? When giraffe is browsing, the warthogs are also taking food from down where the giraffe is feeding from. As well, warthogs are known to have a very short sightedness. They can only see a distance of 200 meters. After 200 meters, they cannot see. But giraffe has a very powerful eye vision, can spot an enemy 2 kilometers away. So once a giraffe spots an enemy, it will start to run. And as well, the so known commonly as Pumbaa in the Lion King, they follow. They never ask any question. But the Pumbaa means stupid in English. They forget after every 60 seconds. So they are running after 60 seconds. They are like, no, I need to know the reason why I'm running. So they go back approaching the enemy. That's when now the enemy will have the opportunity to consume them and leave alone the giraffe who is already gone. And that's how they sacrifice themselves on behalf of their good friend giraffe. So those two
Okay, guys, a lot was there to learn. at least now I have facts I didn't know about the giraffes, and you as well, because I hope you've been listening, you've been watching. And also I felt like I was in a museum like place, because hey, I learned a lot, yo. And look at this, look at this. Honestly, this center is so enthusiastic about conserving environment, and I think okay, as you can see, these are dollars and Kenyan shillings from people donating to support this initiative, and I think this is a good one. Kuna watu actually